Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today's book is Even Kermit Get Grouchy from 1987. So let's get started. One ordinary morning, for no particular reason at all, baby Kermit woke up feeling grouchy. Instead of smiling, he frowned. Instead of being cheerful, he felt cranky. Instead of jumping out of bed, eager for a new day to begin, Kermit turned his face to the wall and pulled his blankets up over his head. "Good morning, baby father," addressed the frog-shaped lump in Kermit's bed. "I can see you are not your happy-go-lucky self today." Father chuckled. "Or should I say, happy-go-lucky?" Kermit groaned. Kermit had awakened in a grouchy mood, baby Piggy observed. "Oh, well, it happened to the best of us, even to me." "Let's not disturb him," Ralph suggested. Baby Gonzo agreed. "When Camilla is in a foul mood, I leave her alone, and in no time at all she feels better." It seemed like a very good idea, so the baby tiptoed away. A few minutes later, Kermit peered out from under his blanket. He didn't understand why his friend had left them alone. They were just trying to help, but Kermit felt deserted. "How would you feel," he grumbled, irritable, "if they looked up and found me gone?" "Hmm," Kermit went on. "I'd rather be alone anyway. I'd rather be alone and far away from friends who like me only when I wake up and grin from ear to ear. Far, far away. It seemed like a very good idea." Kermit packed his toothbrush and stepped out into the bright daylight. Birds were singing, the tree was green overhead, but Kermit, who was grumbling about his gloomy feeling and thoughtless friend, didn't even notice. "This isn't a nice day," he declared. "I say, it's a yucky day." Above him, the leaves on the tree rustled in an unexpected wind. Clouds formed, and they turned as stormy as Kermit moved. In a few minutes, it was pouring rain. "How do you mind?" chirped a sparrow. "It was a nice day before you came along." "Hmm," Kermit grumbled. "I guess I'm just a wet blanket." Soaking, Soaked to the skin, Kermit chugged on. As he walked, he felt colder and colder inside. His friends had frozen him out, or so he thought. "Well, 8 can play at that game as well as 7," Kermit declared frostily, as he stopped to remove the icicles that had formed on his nose. Kermit felt like throwing something. He wanted to throw something as far and as hard as he could, so he reached down to pick up a smooth black stone. "Do you mind?" Yipe, a polar bear. "That's my nose you are trying to grab." "Hum," Kermit said grumpily. "Another cold soda." Kermit continued on his way. "Just because I'm not Mr. Nice Frog anyone, nobody wants to have anything to do with me," he muttered. He began to remember what a good pal he had always been, polite, kind, and easy to please. "And just once I wake up grouchy," Kermit said to himself, "and all my friends leave me." Just thinking about it made Kermit angrily. He really burnt. He really burnt him up. Oh, it really burnt him up. He got hot under the counter. He was steaming mad. Kermit took out his handkerchief and wiped his forehead. He was so angry that he felt waves of heat rising around him. he faced a burning desert. Beyond that was a mountain, isolated and malicious. The mountain towered halfway to the sky. It would be a perfect place to be alone. The sand beneath Kermit's feet was hot as his temper. He hopped on a dune to dune as quickly as he could. Suddenly, one of the dunes rose out of the sand. Hey, hop off the hump, okay? A camel hissed. Wait, staring hard at Kermit. Hump, hump. I know when I'm not wanted, Kermit replied, hopping away. The sun was beginning to set as Kermit arrived at the foot of the mountain. Wearily and wheezing from his trek across the desert, he began to climb. The destiny to be alone kept him going until he reached the peak. Alone at last, shouted Kermit, as night fell. Not so fast, belittled a bearded old mountain goat. You happen to be standing in my living room. Humph, Kermit declined. Did Obelisk, no, not enough living room here for the two of us. I'll just have to go find somewhere else to be alone. Kermit spied a moonbeam traveling up toward the stars. He stepped on it, being careful to hold the handrails, and Nanny had taught him. He took the moonbeam to the first meteor he found. There, in the stillness of space, he sat on his suitcase, while his back to the world. A little lost frog in the universe, sighed, and at last alone. After a few minutes, Kermit cleared his throat and did what he had wanted to do all day. He shouted at the top of his lungs. He hollered out into the silent universe. He stamped his feet, shook his fists, and whined and complained, and told the stars how unfair the world was. Did that make you feel better? A voice asked Kermit, whirring around. He had awakened the moon. Well, not really, Kermit replied. Lighten up, have some fun, the moon advised. It's the best curve for the grouchiest in the entire solar universe. At the moon's suggestion, Kermit took a ride on the Comet roller coaster. He cooled off in a meteor shower. Then he hopped from star to star and made a big splash in the Little Dipper. He began feeling like his old self again. Kermit, Kermit turned to thank the moon, but it had already faded. It was the dawn of a new day. It was time to get back to the nursery now. But how? There was no more moonbeam to ride. Suddenly, the star Kermit was standing on began to move. He spied a pair of leather reins decorated with tinkling silver bells. He took hold of the rein just as a bright tail of light exploded from the star. Like a space cowboy standing on the back of a bucking, Kermit held tight to the rein and rode that shooting star all the way to the earth. He landed with a thump right in his own bed. When he sat up smiling, Fozzie and Piggy wandered over, looking very glad to see him. Tell me something, Kermit said to himself. Are you glad to see me just because I'm not grouchy anymore? Of course not, said Fozzie. We are glad to see you anytime, any way you feel. No kidding. Everyone got everyone get grouchy sometime, Kermit. Kermit, Piggy pointed out. Even you. That's true. So that was Even Kermit Gets Grouchy from 1987. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.